Hold up.
Hey guys, it's Jaden from Tech for Days, and we're here with my favorite company to review, Silicon Power. And guess what? Yep, we have another SSD, and we're actually going to have SSD tests very soon. I just need to pick up an enclosure, and I'm definitely going to use both SSDs. I have a 120 gig S60, and we're here with the big boy S80 240 gig. It's definitely going to be bigger than the S60. Same specs, basically the same packaging, but it does have a 3.5-inch bracket for desktops and, you know, just bigger computers. So I think that's pretty cool. Of course, you get the 3-year warranty, shockproof, power save, and it's silent. Now, if you guys haven't seen my S60 review, go check it out. It's a pretty beast of a SSD, and I'm actually planning to have a dual boot if possible. So I'll have a 240 gig for Mac OS X, Yosemite, and then I'll have a 120 gig for Windows 8, and I'll just dual boot off of those, so that way I can get faster startup times. Let me know if you guys think that'll actually work. I'm very curious and definitely looking into doing that. So of course, Silicon Power has very nice packaging, and you know, it's very protective, and the quality of their shipments are just really nice. There's literally no dent except the one I just made right now opening it up, and it's really nice. I really like how everything I get from them is virtually undamaged. They really take the time to package up their devices. So this is going to be a quick unboxing, and of course we're going to have a better review coming very soon. It's going to be a pretty cool video with a bunch of speeds tests, so a lot of geeky stuff. And here's our little bracket. So we have a 2.5-inch right here, and I believe we have a 3.5-inch. Oh, it's actually a 3.5-inch bracket just in one. And it's a 2.5-inch solid state disc, which is kind of weird. It kind of clashes with the name here. So it says 3.5-inch accessory bracket, so that's definitely this thing. So that's what this is here. We can go ahead and take it out and take a look, so we can see that the SSD is going to be mounted that way. And we have another bracket here. Let's go ahead and check out the main prize. And of course they give you screws, which is very nice. You can screw it into your desktop, and you can also use this in a laptop. It's a little thicker, so you might want to check out the S60, but it's definitely kind of small. And here's our little warranty sticker. Don't open it up because you won't be able to have your warranty. So here's your little pin connector, so you can connect it to your computer. Or if you're using a enclosure, you just slide it in, and of course you can use it as like an external drive. So I think that's one of the best inventions made, actually, because these things are super fast. It's 550 read and max 500 megabytes for writing, which is still amazing. That's half a gig every second. So these things are truly powerful. I'm going to go ahead and get the S60 so I can show you guys the size difference and just the different lines that are available from Silicon Power. So guys, here we have our S60 box right here on the left, and our S80 box right here on the right. So we have the 120 and the 240. So they're both SATA 3 SSDs, and they're both super reliable, ultra performance, etc. They have the same write speeds and such. They're just, you know, different branded drives and such. So the S80 and the S60. The S60 is actually 7 millimeters thin, and so is the S80. They're both the same thickness. However, this one for the S80 actually says suitable for a 9.5 millimeter space, so you definitely have enough room to put this in a desktop. So this combined is going to be 360 gigs, which is going to be pretty awesome. So I'm actually going to combine this in my Mac, get an enclosure, so I can actually use them externally, or I can duplicate them or do just whatever I want with them. So it's going to be kind of cool, and I might even install it on my Windows 8 laptop. It's pretty easy to actually install, and I can go ahead and have 10 times faster write and read speeds, which is you can't go wrong with. So obviously the differences are just kind of looks. So this one's more brushed aluminum, and I definitely recommend this one more for laptops, especially since, you know, it's only 120 gig, and then this one's definitely more for desktops, and it has a matte material, more branding on it, but this one's just brushed aluminum. Looks really nice. And just to have some fun in the comments below, let me know your computer specs. I'm kind of curious. I'll let you know mine if you really want to know, and I just want to know what you guys are kind of running on, if you guys are into crazy tech like me and just a bunch of the YouTube community.
Hey guys, so I finally have an SSD and an HDD enclosure, so I can finally do speed tests on these super awesome Silicon Power SSDs, and I have already done some, and it's crazy. There's such a big difference between my iMac hard drive versus the solid state drive from Silicon Power. I actually already made a bootable one, so I can probably make a boot video which shows how slow and how fast, you know, the little differences between it. So right now I'm going to show you guys a speed test on my original iMac drive. So select target drive, I'm going to pick Macintosh SSD, choose, or Macintosh hard drive. It's a hard drive, it's on my iMac. I'll press start, and as you guys can see, we're getting a respectable 67 point something write speeds, which is, it's kind of slow, pretty slow to be honest. And then our read speeds are extremely slow, so 60 megabytes a second, yeah, it's very slow. So I'm going to just go ahead and stop this. I'm going to select target drive, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in my SSDs actually, and then we're going to go ahead and select the SSDs so we can go ahead and do a test. So I have my two SSDs connected to my iMac, so now we're going to go ahead and do the SSD test. So I'm going to select the target drive, and then I'm going to pick Mac external SSD, which is the S60, the Silicon S60. This is 120 gigs, so this is not the S80, the one that we're just reviewing. This is one that I already reviewed, but now I can actually do a speed test. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. And as you guys can see, major differences here. So we have 172 and counting megabytes a second for the write. And then watch the read speed right now. We have almost 300 megabytes a second. So this is a really big difference. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this so you guys can just go ahead and look at the ginormous difference. So we were getting 60 on the hard drive basically for write and read. And now we're getting 171 write and 281 read on the solid state. So let's go ahead and choose the S80 as the target drive, which is going to be, I have it named as Macintosh SSD. I'm going to choose it. I'm going to start it. And as you guys can see, that one is like double the write speed. So we're getting 309 megabytes a second, and then we're getting over 400 megabytes a second read, which is insane. So this one's definitely going to be my boot up drive.
So that's it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next.